Coffee is a simulator of thoughts. It gives the illusion of speed, but it does not give direction. Picture this, it's 8 a.m. The city is roaring to life, and you are standing in a long, slow-moving line at a local coffee shop. Around you, corporate workers, creatives, and students are all staring at their phones, waiting patiently. There is an unwritten, universal rule in modern society. I cannot face the world until I have my morning coffee. But let's pause for a second and look closer at this phenomenon. Are we truly just craving the caffeine molecule to stimulate our central nervous system? Or are we chasing something far deeper, perhaps even spiritual? Welcome back. Today, we are stepping into the aromatic world of cafe society to uncover how a simple warm beverage became the ultimate survival tool of the modern era. More importantly, we are going to use philosophy to question whether our daily coffee run is actually helping us conquer our goals, or if we have all been trapped in a beautifully aesthetic illusion of productivity. Before we deconstruct our coffee obsession, let's be entirely fair. Coffee isn't just a marketing trick. Biologically, it is a masterpiece. When you drink it, caffeine enters your bloodstream and blocks adenosine receptors, the neurotransmitters responsible for making you feel tired. It triggers a release of dopamine and norepinephrine, sharpening your focus, improving short-term memory, and boosting your metabolic rate. It chemically prepares your body to fight the day. And historically, coffee has always been the fuel of human intellect. Think about the Age of Enlightenment in the 17th and 18th centuries. Before coffee took over Europe, the primary beverage of choice was weak beer or ale, simply because water was unsanitary. Society, quite literally, lived in a constant state of mild alcohol intoxication. But when coffee houses emerged, everything changed. People traded alcohol for coffee. Instead of a drink that dulled the senses, they consumed a drink that sharpened them. The German sociologist Jürgen Habermas highlighted this era, noting that coffee houses became the birthplaces of the public sphere spaces, where individuals gathered to debate politics, economics, and philosophy outside the control of the king or the church. It was the drink of innovators, scientists, and revolutionaries. So physically and historically, coffee equals clarity. But as we transitioned into the late 20th and 21st centuries, capitalism did something fascinating. It took this chemical tool and transformed it into a cultural identity. To understand how coffee became an identity, we have to look through the lens of the French philosopher Jean Baudrillard and his groundbreaking concept of simulacra and simulation. If you watched our previous video, Baudrillard argued that modern society has replaced all reality and meaning with symbols and signs. Baudrillard would look at our modern cafe culture and laugh. He would point out that when you walk into a trendy coffee shop and pay $6 for an iced oat milk latte, you are not actually buying roasted beans and dairy. You are buying a sign. In the matrix of modern corporate life, holding a specific coffee cup is a visual shorthand. It communicates a message to everyone who sees you. It says, "Look at me. I am busy, I am driven, I have a schedule to keep. Therefore, I am important." The coffee cup has become what Baudrillard calls a simulacrum, a representation of something that doesn't necessarily exist. The cup is a prop that grants you the status of a productive person. Does holding the cup mean you are going to do deep, meaningful creative work for the next 4 hours? Not necessarily. But the ritual itself satisfies the societal requirement of looking productive. We consume the sign of productivity to convince others and ourselves that we are winning the hustle. This brings us to another of Baudrillard's core ideas, hyperreality. This is a condition in which what is fast and fake blends seamlessly with what is real, so that your mind can't tell the difference. Think about social media platforms like TikTok or Instagram. There is an entire genre of content dedicated to the cafe aesthetic. Soft lo-fi music playing in the background, a pristine laptop open to a colorful spreadsheet, a green plant, and a perfectly poured cappuccino. This isn't just a picture. It's a hyper-real fantasy of labor. It teaches us that work is beautiful, clean, and satisfying. But real work is often messy, frustrating, exhausting, and boring. By participating in cafe society, we try to force our messy reality to match the hyper-real aesthetic online. We go to the cafe, open our laptops, buy the expensive drink, and for a brief moment, We feel like we are living inside the perfect video. We are no longer just working. We are performing the act of working. The performance becomes more important than the actual output. Why do we feel this desperate need to romanticize our morning routine? To answer that, we have to bring in Karl Marx and his theory of alienation. In a modern 9-to-5 hustle culture, many workers feel completely alienated from their labor. They don't own the companies they work for, they don't control their time, and they rarely see the direct human impact of the spreadsheets they fill out. We are often treated like cogs in a massive corporate machine, working to fulfill someone else's dream. This causes a deep existential ache. How do we survive it? We self-medicate through ritual. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously observed that as traditional religion lost its grip on modern society, humans would inevitably create new, secular rituals to fill the void and give their lives structure. In the past, humans woke up before dawn and went to a temple or church to find the strength to endure a hard day of farming. Today, we stand in line at a cafe. The coffee shop is our modern chapel. The barista is our priest. The iced Americano or latte is our holy water. We use this secular ritual to mentally brace ourselves, creating a psychological armor. We tell ourselves, if I can just romanticize this morning cup, I can survive the next 8 hours of alienation. Coffee is no longer just the fuel for productivity. It has become the fuel for sheer survival, as we labor to build someone else's dream. But the irony of our modern ritual goes even deeper. The capitalist system doesn't just cause our alienation, it cleverly sells us the cure. This brings us to contemporary philosopher Byung-Chul Han and his concept of the achievement society. In the past, we were exploited by bosses. Today, we willingly exploit ourselves in the name of self-optimization and personal growth, and the market recognizes this. It takes our existential dread, our exhaustion, and packages it back to us as a commodity. When we buy that premium, aesthetic cup of coffee, we aren't just buying caffeine. We are buying the illusion of self-care, the cozy cafe lighting, the carefully curated lo-fi playlists, and the minimalist tumbler designs are all meticulously engineered to make us feel like we are reclaiming our autonomy. We post it on social media to signal to the world and to ourselves that we are romanticizing our struggle. But this comfort is a trap. By commodifying our coping mechanisms, the system ensures that our quiet rebellion remains nothing more than a consumer habit. We are given just enough aesthetic pleasure to keep us pacified, ensuring we stay caffeinated and compliant enough to keep the gears of the machine turning. Let's be very clear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with loving coffee. It tastes incredible. It has genuine health benefits, and it provides a beautiful space for social connection. The philosophy we explored today isn't asking you to throw away your coffee machine. It is asking you to wake up from the simulation. The danger is when we confuse the symbol of productivity with actual purposeful living. When we use coffee as a mandatory chemical shield, just to tolerate a life, a job, or a hustle culture that is actively draining our soul, we aren't the ones consuming the coffee anymore. The system is using coffee to consume us. The next time you hold that warm cup or glass in your hands, challenge yourself. Don't look at your phone. Don't open your laptop immediately. Just sit there for 3 minutes. Taste the bitterness. Feel the warmth. Step out of the hustle culture performance and ask yourself a quiet, honest question. Am I drinking this coffee to fuel my life, or am I drinking it to endure it? Think about it. Is your morning coffee a genuine moment of joy, or has it become your psychological armor for the daily grind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this gave you something to think about, and I will see you in the next exploration. Stay awake, truly awake.